I thought I could help men, but I'm realizing that I can't. And I was very naive because I thought the problem was that men needed someone to explain what was happening to them. Because I know what it's like to feel hopeless. I know what it's like to feel isolated. I know what it feels like to feel like no one cares. I know what it feels like to have your heart broken and everyone is judging you for a situation that is not all your fault. I know what it feels like to have to carry the blame of a failed relationship. But I also know what it's like to take accountability. And the more I listen and talk to men, I start to realize that men are not just lacking information, men are lacking agency. There's no question that the institutions in America have failed men. When you hear men complaining about the court system, losing access to their children, worrying about being falsely accused, these are things that are very real in our society. And it's a consequence of a society that moved to elevate women at all costs without realizing that certain tactics, certain policies may not work to the benefit of men. I believe that that is fair. However, I also believe that many men have been given a story, a narrative to sit inside. And as I do more and more research, I dig deeper and deeper, I'm starting to realize that the issue is a lot deeper than what I thought, and it's a lot darker than what I thought. And who am I to be able to say, hey, let me help you? Just because I was able to find this small corner of peace and happiness and content, I think it was foolish for me to think that that was something that I could share. Sometimes I find myself judging y'all. Not because I think I'm better. I'm not. But because when I hear the stories and the situations and the environments that you allow yourself to be in without standing up for yourself, I get so mad because I can feel myself in that environment. I can feel myself rebelling against it. And I'm seeing hopelessness, submission, depression. There's no fight. We've gotten so used to seeing groups, women mainly, whine, complain. And they've gotten away from that. So now as men, we're looking at that as the model, but that's not the model for men. How do I tell you that you're responsible for what happens in your life? And sometimes that comes with pain. Before let that woman walk all over you, you have to have the strength to walk away. Yes, it will hurt. But a year from the day you leave, I guarantee you it will be the proudest moment that you've ever had in your life. But how do I tell that to a man who prefers to sit in this toxic environment that's not growing? Someone who doesn't know that the longer you stay there, the longer it's going to take for you to be in a space with someone who is going to show up for you. Someone who's going to listen to you. Someone who's going to respect you. And she's going to do it just because you're you. It's not going to be because of what you do. It's not going to be because of what you have. How do I say that to a group of men who's defeated? I'm not qualified. But I'll say this. Society cannot afford to continue to ignore this problem because it is deeper and darker than you think. A lot of the violence that we're seeing is born out of isolation. It's born out of neglect, abuse. And right now, the pain is being either self-inflicted. We see white men with a suicide rate north of 75%. Are we taking it out on each other? Black men, homicide rate north of 50%. And nobody cares. Meanwhile, any minute women's issue, frontline news. And I don't say that to demonize women, but I say that to show while men are dying, we're complaining about women being able to have leave because they have periods. It reminds me, a lot of this, it correlates with this concept that I struggle with being black. All my life, being in the black community, whether directly or indirectly, my environment was telling me that all of my problems are happening because of what's going on externally. And I see the same situation with men. I refuse to believe that my inner frame, my inner happiness is going to be determined by anything that's outside of me. So I don't know. I'm unqualified, and I think it was very naive for me to step out here and think that I had something to say. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here.